All right, so 1095 is here. We are so close to getting some answers to some important questions. Some little ones have been given, and I'm very excited. So we start off with the Marines running away, and it being like, hey, only the rear admirals and vice admirals, whoever, can stay to see Saint Saturn, whoever it is. And one of the Marines is like, how did he even get here? Like, we didn't even know he was on the island. All of a sudden, he's landed. How did he get here? Well, you got demon summoning circle, magic circle, something. Was there teleportation involved? Is this a devil fruit? Is he a demon? Do all the, not Saturns, all the Gorosei have this power? I do want to know the specifics of how his power works. Did someone else have to draw the circle to summon him? Is there an inside man? Is Blackbeard working for the Gorosei and you have, no, that's even too tinfoil hat for me. I don't know. But they're running away. Meanwhile, you have Bonnie, who has just jumped up with the sword, stabbed him in the chest. And my immediate response was, he's probably not going to do anything. The admirals and Marines are just like, you just attacked one of the world leaders. We have to stop you. And then Saturn is just like, you fools, stay back, you pathetic insects, because he can't help but insult somebody. If I didn't want to be stabbed, I would have dodged. Which is a brutal statement. Love that line. It's just like, it was more effort for me to dodge this attack than it would be to, I guess, heal from it. It's insignificant. Didn't care about it. And when the sword is removed, it is gone. The heal's up, blood's gone. Need to know what kind of healing factor this man has. I do want to add, though, this attack did injure him in the amount of her way to draw blood. So I'm going to go with Sam Winchester's advice of if it bleeds, you can kill it. So somehow we'll kill this man. So Bonnie is like being crushed. Sanji, of course, immediately tries to jump in, but Saturn I don't even think he even hits him. It's like a glare or a force and knocks Sanji back. And I'm never questioning Sanji's will to protect a woman. Like, something is overpowering him. And later in the chapter, he's like, can anyone move? And they're like, no, some kind of force is pulling us or holding us down. You see these little waves coming at them. And Vegapunk's just like, it must be a devil fruit. And I'm like, what though? And like, I'm really just shocked that whatever it is capable of overpowering Sanji's will to protect someone. That is very highly noted. Saturn kind of reprimands Kizaru a little tiny bit, being like, this took longer than I expected. Why aren't you getting up? He's like, yeah, I'm down for a while. Sorry about that. But he turns to Luffy. He's like, no, I understand why you were having such trouble. Then goes to use one of his little spider legs to step on Luffy. Frankie, thank God, uses his right hook or something to literally punch Luffy out of the way to get him clear, eventually grabbing him, be like, haha, even the world nobles is after my captain's head, and he's just laughing in the face of certain death. And that's Luffy's crew, to laugh in the face of death and violence and someone so much stronger than you. So I love that little moment there from Frankie. Saturn gives another completely brutal line of just like, all right, which order am I going to kill you in, and make it be in the most painful order. I want you to suffer for going against the world. And I'm just like, this man has some confidence, and I'm already terrified of him. In the future, there will be a One Piece hot takes kind of video, and one of them was going to be that the Gorosei weren't all that imposing or scary as a villain. They're scary as like an idea and what they're doing as a whole, and like government and oversight and manipulation and causing bad things, but them individually are not really scary. I like Doflamingo was a great antagonist villain. He's probably my favorite of the series. But the Gorosei, kind of forgettable. I'm knocking that, not even complaint, that note off my One Piece hot takes, because it's no longer true. I love this man. I'm terrified of this man, but this is a good villain. These lines, this design, everything. I'm so happy. So, Bonnie starts saying, like, Saturn, you are responsible for my father's death. You killed my father. And he's like, Kuma, he was born a slave. And then we get the name. He's from the line of Buccaneers or something like that, and I that means nothing to me, but Vegapunk has like a reaction to that name. And Saturn's just like, his people had committed a grave crime. And what grave crime? We got Zunisha, who committed a grave crime with the Lunarians. We got Ohara, that was destroyed for their grave crime against the world government. What they do? What did they even do? So, and then, Saturn continues to go on with how, you humans, when you're told not to do something, you have to just go ahead and do it. And he starts squeezing Bonnie, and no one can move to save her. And then we get a flashback of 37 years ago? 47 years ago. So, just before that, Bonnie had been thinking about her father and how he said that, the god Nika of liberation will come and save them and will be free over the sun over the sea. And Vegapunk is thinking about how he can't, like, saying Saturn let her go, she's just a child, as if the world government hasn't slaughtered children in Ohara and everyone who may have been Roger's son. Like, why does he think saying she's just a child is going to stop them? So anyway, 47 years ago, we have the Sorbet Kingdom in the South Blue. Yes, South Blue. And a child is born to a father. Was he even said to be the king? Because we know Kuma was the king tyrant. Unless that was just like a rumor that the world government spread to make him seem like, why would the world government need to care about what the rest of the world thought? Like, just because he was a tyrant, that's why we took him into slavery. That's the reason that they gave. Is it confirmed 1000%, or is that just a lie that the government made that Kuma was a king? Because he definitely wasn't a tyrant, what they said. Anyhow, we're presumably that we have his father was the king, and then after he died, Kuma became the king. I don't know. Because, don't care. So father has baby born, mother's so happy, and they're like, hey, listen, because of my bloodline, can we keep that on the hush-hush? And the doctor's like, yes, we're not going to tell anyone about the Buccaneer bloodline that he has. And then, oh no, there was spies in the hospital. They now know. The government comes. The father's pleading, listen, my wife has nothing to do with this. Please spare my son. I'm the one with the Buccaneer bloodline. Just take me. Let my family live. No. Everyone in chains. And we see Kuma treated horribly, beaten, forced to carry these large loads. And then eventually he's reunited with his father briefly. And he claims, oh no, my master is so nice. I'm so lucky to have him. Just, I'm assuming to make his father feel less horrible about this entire situation. Only for his father to be like, your mother has passed. She's in heaven now. And Kuma breaks down crying, saying he'd rather be dead. And his father's trying to give him hope. And he tells him about Nika, the god of liberation, who will one day come and save them. And this is reflected in what Kuma had told Bonnie. Of course, he will save you too. He'll do it with a smile and laughing. This is who we're waiting for. It's a story of our people that's been passed on for so long. And just talking about Kuma's mother who has passed, maybe that's like in reference to why he's holding a Bible when we first see him. But then, just when Kuma starts to feel a little bit better, the stories and the laughing and the dancing is starting to make him have some hope and feel like there's a purpose to keep on living. Guard comes in, her celestial dragon buddy comes in, shoots his father dead right in front of him. Did anyone expect Kuma to have a happy backstory? No one did, but come on, Oda, that's a little cruel. I'll give him this, though. It was off-screen almost, like it was just in the corner of the panel, so I missed it the first time I read it. And then upon reread, I'm like, oh no, he died. Oh no. So poor baby Kuma. And just when I thought that that's all we're going to get in terms of flashback and history of these characters, we get a further flashback. How long ago? 38 years ago. God Valley Island. We see God Valley. Do you have any idea how excited I am to know what happened here? First, love the island. It looks very familiar. I don't know where I've seen this kind of island shape from, but it looks very familiar. Then we hear about this every 3 years. We have the tradition of population extermination or something like that in a non-government controlled island, which I'm interpreting as every 3 years they go to an island that the world government does not have control over and be like, let's hunt these people for fun. And seems like something the Celestial Dragons would do. So they go there. They also release some of the slaves to also be hunt. We have Saint Fingerland Garl, Moon Man, but he's only half the moon now. He doesn't have the beard to make the full crescent, and he just kills the king of this island. All we know about the God Valley Island really is that it has very important minerals and resources. To say minerals, some bit resources. So I don't know if that's what drew the Rocks pirates there eventually, because something has to draw Rocks, Roger, and Garp and team up with Garp and Roger all on this island to protect the celestial dragons that are hunting people and like to protect their slaves. So whatever Rox is doing and whatever brought him to this island is such a threat that it put Garp on Roger's side. I need to know what happened here. I'm assuming it has something to do with the resources. So the reason that the Moon Man had killed the king was the king's just like, but you can't slaughter my people, you can't do this, so he kills him. And they deduct 10,000 points from him. Because every person I assume that they kill is points in this game. And he's just, yeah, that'll put me at a good enough handicap to make this a challenge. And I'm like, sir! Oh my god! Terrifying man. Love him. Hate him. Excited to see more. Kuma had been a particularly restless slave and tried to make a run for it. He was caught, and that's when we get the continuation of the flashback for, hey, if you had gotten away, they would have killed us too, so we can't let you do that, so they're dragging him back. And then we meet two more people in the slave island here. We have Iva and this person named Jenny, who claims to be his big brother, and I'm just like, what? Who are you? Why is Iva here? And he's just saying, I'm going to live, we're going to survive this, and he's got a big smile on his face, and I'm just like, love this, love this. A very important note, while the Moon Man looks much younger, and again, doesn't have the beard, his facial expression's a little different, not wearing the glasses, he looks a little bit younger. We see Saturn there, and he looks the exact same. So, very much leaning towards the immortal theory. Whether or not that was through the devil fruit that La has to make all the Gorosei and the Pointy Hat immortal, or if it has something to do with their devil fruits, or if they're just demons, I don't know, but there's something going on there. Immortal, gotta be. That was more or less confirmed with the Ohara incident. We've seen them then. They also look pretty young, or look pretty much the same. But I'm like, this clenches it right there for me. In the lower corner, it says when he meets with Iva and their sibling is just like the people you meet when in hell or something. Let me just get the line. The person he meets when in hell. And I'm just like, we're bringing up hell an awful lot. I get we're in a life or death situation being hunted for fun in slavery, but like, this is hell on earth. I get that. That's what it's being revolved. That's what it's meaning. But at the same time, we're bringing up hell an awful lot. Can we go to hell, please? I want that to be the next island. And little things like we know that now that God's Valley was in the West Blue confirmed. So just real quick, in terms of the environment, we know that Ohara was there, so it's where Robin was born. It's where Brooke was born. Supposedly this is where Shanks was born. Moria and Beige as well. There's strong underworld scene. There's 5 families of the West, which was what Beige was working with and against. So still not very much that we know about the West Blue, and still very little that we know about the God Valley incident, but we're getting close to getting answers, and I'm very excited. All right, that is all I got. There's going to be break week next week, I think, and I'm upset about it. This weekly reading sucks. This weekly reading really sucks. All right, that is what I got. Talk to me about what you think's going on in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye.